Grasshoppers. Sensei Coots and I here at Ludwig Martial Arts on a Sunday doing some filming, and we were talking about training and methods and quality of reps and so on. And he brought up a good point. Sensei, what were you saying there earlier?
So I've had obviously over a decade of training, you get different advice from different people, and I was trying to be open-minded because you can learn something from most people. I've had a few trainers, coaches over the years tell me to always seek out the toughest rounds, whether it's sparring, wrestling, rolling. Always train with the best guys on the mat. Seek out the killers because that's iron sharpens iron, that old saying, which I think is true. And I think if you're getting close to a competition, that should be a good amount of your training. But I think out of competition or just in the day-to-day training, that's not a really good rule to follow. It's hard to practice new things when you're fighting for your life, when the consequences are dire, like someone's gonna crack you hard, or you're gonna get your arm ripped off, your leg ripped off. You're usually gonna fall into what you're best at, what you're most comfortable with, which it's tough to expand your game. So if I've got a new sweep I wanna work on, I need to seek out the partners to where I'm gonna get a lot of reps hitting that sweep without bad consequences. So iron sharpens iron isn't gonna help me with that sweep. Control training with people that I can do that sweep to multiple times to get the reps in will be better at first. Now, once that sweep's implemented in my game, then the hard training, the iron sharpens iron training, I could probably put that sweep into play. But without that lower resistance level, without that lighter like pushback from my partner, I'm probably not going to get as many reps as I need to be able to pull that sweep off in the heat of the hard battle, the hard rounds. So that's something you've got to pay attention to. You have to get those hard rounds for the competition. You got to be tough. You got to know what it's like to be under fire. That has to happen. But the lighter training has to happen for the skill, for the technique. So I'm thinking about like bringing up my son, who already thinks he's going to beat John Jones's youngest UFC champion record. He wants to.
That could happen.
I don't want him just to have hard rounds. He's going to train the rest of his life. He will be tough. He's already tough. Being tough doesn't always mean good. Being good doesn't always mean tough. You could get good and not get through the tough rounds, never have to go through the fire. But you could get tough but never get the skill. Nice. And you see that a lot. Guys get to the highest level on toughness. It's amazing.
Yes.
But how much better would they be if they had that controlled, lower intensity training and still had that toughness? They'd be TJ.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Like TJ.
It's one of those things, quality reps, right? So sparring drills, nice and light, allowing the partner to be successful. I got this from my buddy Batiste Mansouri in the early 2000s. He told me, and the topic was for me to get better at jiu-jitsu, and he said, roll with white belts. Roll people that you can do better with so that you get the quality reps. And he didn't say quality reps, but that's what he meant to that.
Yeah.
So he kept rolling with the high-level guys who was getting smashed, and I wasn't getting any better. I was getting my confidence broken. But Batiste, he helped me. Thank you, sir. But just paying that same message forward of getting quality reps, allowing your partner to be successful, and not always trying to sharpen the iron against with the sword, but putting in the reps and quality reps. Grasshoppers.
Yeah,